think compassion is giving, and it really means hope and togetherness, and forgetting all the things that come before that, just looking at that person inside and forgetting all the obstacles. My family hosted a man named Richard, and he was from Rwanda, and he was telling me stories about how he really felt that his country needed help, and especially those kids that were there without education.
Jessica, she asked me, what do you think I can do to help some of the girls of my age in Rwanda? Most of them, they're coming from their mothers are like widows, and they don't have money for materials like books, uniforms. It's not easy.
I decided I wanted to help the girls in Rwanda by supporting them to go to school, and I wanted the girls in Rwanda to be able to learn and be hopeful with their dreams and have those dreams come true.
Niga kuri Nyamata High School, mfite imyaka 14, nitwa Mutesi Grace. Nuko ku ishuri, iyo uje ku ishuri umenyeramo byinshi utaruzi, usangaho bagenzi bawe, mugakundana mukabwirana n'ibindi bintu, mbehe niho ukura ubumenyi na future y'ejo hazaza.
With the small contribution they have got, it means a lot. It encourages them to continue studying, which is their vision anyway.
Numva nzaba umuganga. Ndabikunda cyane kuko nanjye mba mbona mumfasha nkumva biramfashije. Numva nanjye ninkura nkagira icyo nigezaho nzafasha bagenzi banjye.
It's been a lot of work being the president of this group, but I know that all the work is going to something good, and I know that if I was there, they would help me.
Please welcome storyteller Jean Tagabon.
Gonatish on Yahusani, the honorable, noble children of this great land, we welcome you. And I say, all the animals gathered together to have a meeting. There was bear, mountain lion, eagle, raven. Grandmother Mouse was there. All the animals were there. And it was Mountain Lion who was in charge of the meeting. Mountain Lion stepped forward and said, it's good that you have come. We have many important things to talk about. They were just about to start that meeting, and then they heard Rabbit outside singing as loud as he could. Nobody could hear a thing. And so Mountain Lion goes out there and says, hey, Rabbit, shh, we're trying to have a meeting. But Rabbit kept singing away. And so Mountain Lion goes, took Rabbit's arm and put it in his back pocket. You can have that back later when we're done. Now let's get on with the meeting. Rabbit was outside with only one arm. They were just about to start the meeting again. And then they heard Rabbit drumming away with only one arm. Nobody could hear a thing. This time it was Brother Bear. Brother Bear goes, "Hey, Rabbit, we're trying to have a meeting in here." But Rabbit kept singing away. And so Bear goes, took Rabbit's other arm, put it in his back pocket. "You can have that back later when we're done. Now let's get on with the meeting." Rabbit was outside, no arms. They were just about to start the meeting again. And then they heard Rabbit stomping away with his feet. Nobody could hear a thing. This time it was Coyote. Coyote is, "Hey, Rabbit, shh, we're trying to have a meeting in there." But Rabbit kept stomping away. And so Coyote goes, took Rabbit's leg, put it in his back pocket. "You can have that back later when we're done." Maybe. But they were just about to start the meeting again. And then they heard Rabbit drumming away with that big old fluffy rabbit tail of his. Nobody could hear a thing. This time, Eagle rose up out of his chair, circled over Rabbit. Everyone's going, "Shh, it's Eagle, it's Eagle." But Rabbit kept singing away. Eagle came down, picked up Rabbit. Everyone's going, "Oh no, Rabbit." And then Eagle goes, took Rabbit's head. That's what the people said. They went, "Oh." But the people still heard. Because Rabbit, his song was coming from his heart. And whenever you sing from your heart, whenever you follow your heart, nobody can take that away from you. And so they gave Rabbit his head back. They gave Rabbit his two arms back. They had to wrestle Coyote to get his leg back. And they let Rabbit sing his song whenever he wanted to. Sing with me. Aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, 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 hey. Aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, hey, hey. Again. Aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, 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 hey. Aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, 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 hey. Again. Aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, 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 hey. Aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, aya hunte hey, 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 hey. And that's follow your heart. That is where compassion lives. Compassion lives in our hearts. And we are the seeds. We are the seeds that are going to go out there and plant and spread that compassion. You and you and you and you and you, all of us, we are the seeds. Let that compassion live. Let that compassion grow. And we stand here now. I ask you all, one heart. As Eduardo said earlier, one heart, one drum. Everybody, listen. 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 Two fingers. Let's all be one heart, one drum. Remember, compassion lives in our hearts. We are the seeds. We are all one heartbeat. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. On behalf of the world, we say, Gonachish and Yakusani, the honorable children of this great land, of this world, to your holiness. Thank you for joining us.
And now, please welcome Seeds of Compassion Youth Ambassador, Habib Bajatne.
Your Holiness, I am deeply humbled to be in your presence today. And on behalf of everyone here, I would like to express our deepest sorrow for the crisis, the grave situation in Tibet, and that of the Tibetan children. Your Holiness, compassion is a very broad term. We each have our own meaning to it that we hold very dear to ourselves. But I must say that based on my own experiences, I must say that compassion is a tool of mankind. It is the unbreakable bond that validates our brotherhood and unites us as a people. It is tolerance, patience, but most importantly, it is love. The most complex yet simple human emotion. It is only through love that the most unanswerable questions can be answered. And it is only through compassion that love can be found. Compassion is rejoicing in our creation and the gift of life, whether it be godly or ungodly. So let us rejoice today, and let this day be a catalyst for a new golden age in humanity, the golden age of compassion. Your Holiness, I look forward to hearing your golden voice and your golden words of wisdom on compassion. Please enlighten us all, and thank you for the honor.
딱 내셔야 돼. 자, 더 내셔라. 사실 내치는 약만로. 파이팅. 파이팅.
가만히 있으면 안 되는 거.
Dear young brothers and sisters, I am extremely happy to be with you. And firstly, I want to express thanks to the organizer and large number of young children to come here. So thank you very much. Now because the a lot of sort of program performance, my mind scattered. So now I don't know what to say. Some of their, I think, presentation really sort of confirm my sort of usual belief, basic belief. Firstly, the word interconnectedness, interdependency. That's the reality. For whole galaxies, for whole universe already, limitless galaxies, of course, each other, long distance, billions years, light years, very, very distant. But somehow, it connected. So something happened and far away, the effect reach other side. Then our physical, there are a lot of components, billions of different sort of particles. So one body does not mean something absolute, but in reality, the body function, everything, depend on much different sort of particles. Similarly, human mind also, not just one entity, but there are variety. And these also interconnected. So, I think one big difference, we sentient being from the other beings, the cognitive experience. So this cognitive sort of quality creates pains and pleasure, happiness, sorrow, these things. So everybody has that experience, and because of that, everybody wants happy life, happiness. I always telling people, with my belief, firm belief, we can say the very purpose of our life, very purpose of our existence is for happiness. So from birth, everyone have the same right to achieve happy life, successful life. Now here, young brothers, sisters, you now beginning new life. So this moment, I think a very crucial period, shaping your whole life. So firstly, I think everybody is the experience. We so much cherish mother's kindness, mother's love. Isn't it? When we face some difficulties or problems, we immediately rushing towards our mother. We have the total sort of trust. And even, you see, like myself, now mother no longer there, but emotionally, if something terrible things suddenly happen, they sometimes express ma. So that's, I think, we come from our mother, and we at that time we totally rely on our mother. So now here, emotional level, there's some factor which bound together. That's human affection. As soon as we're born, mother, in spite her pains or these difficulties, immediately take the child. Child side also, without knowing, or human being or mother, these things, but biological factor simply is totally relying on that person. I think one of the, the symbol of mother's compassion, milk. Milk, mother's milk, not only, I think, nurture or nourishing our body, but also, I think, immense sort of inspiration to our mind. So the healthy way to grow is mother's physical touch as well as mother's milk. So that's where our life start. Now another level. Or I think firstly, because our life, this body started from that way, even today, for example, it's my own case. My physical, quite okay, but this very much related with my mental state, more calm mental state, my health better. Oh, one person, you see, the ambassador, I think, they mentioned, expressed his sort of concern about the events in my own country, in Tibet. So in spite heartbroken news and difficulties, my mind in deeper level, calm. So that affects my body element. So in spite difficulties, much disturbed in mentally, but my sleep not disturbed. So these, I can tell you through my own little experience, calm mind, very, very important factor for good health. Then second, we are social animal. Therefore, the social, the group of humanity, group of the gathering, is the basis of our life, our survival, basis of our success. So now today, because of technology and also population, the whole world, 6 billion human beings, different continent, heavily interdependent, interconnected. So that's the now new reality. So now I think I think in many traditions use the word I need you. I think that word truly now realistic approach. I need you. I need you. So you also mentioned because we need just
We need compassion.
We need. I think I need you. So from that, because of that reality, now another you mentioned the we is the reality. The concept of we goes, realistic approach. According now today's reality, and also as a social animal, the whole world is just one entity. We need the attitude, look all parts of the world and all humanity just like family member of one human family. So the word we, rather than I and they, the separation. According to today's reality, the very word we and they division, I think that's outdated. So now here, the key factor is good health, as a social animal, more happy, harmonious society, at the global level, some kind of sense of global responsibility to entire world, all this based on compassion. So compassion is the seed of all these positive things. So then, what is the meaning of compassion? Compassion, sometimes we interpret where some kind of feeling of pityness is someone passing through suffering. Then feel some kind of concern and some kind of compassion, pity. That's not I think, the
Real compassion.
Real compassion. Now, for example, from child towards mother, from mother towards child, that affection, in that affection or compassion, there is also sense of responsibility and sense of respect, sense of
Something, the object being precious.
that is real compassion. So the genuine compassion, there's some element, one element is respect to the other and a sense of responsibility to help, to do something, to reach out there. So there is the tendency of strength, willingness, will. So these are, I think, the component of genuine compassion. Then the compassion, as I mentioned before, because of this biological factor, the compassion automatically, spontaneously comes. Now what is matter is when we were young, these children, the affection from our parent or from even our relatives or even our teacher, the compassion or affection really gives you inspiration or security, safety. When we grown up, physically also gain strength and mentally also better education, and on top of that sufficient money, these things, then eventually some power, then you really feel I'm independent. Now no need affection from other. And even sometimes you see the extreme self-centered attitude sometimes grow more sort of feeling of distance from rest of the community and develop some kind of suspicion or doubt or these things. So that reflects on our own mind, because my sort of attitude, other, not that compassionate one. So you also then feel the others also some kind of little bit negative. So that's the result. All our problems start. So if we keep compassion, even I think violence can be humanized violence. Without compassion, without human feeling, then all these problems then become something easily out of control. So as a human being, a little fight sometimes necessary, isn't it? When I was very young, with my brother, my age and my immediate elder brother was just 1 year differences. So we very close sort of two brothers, but also often fight. At that time, my best sort of weapon is my nail. Oh, do you like that? But within a few minutes, forget and play together. I think we need that. That is because in deep inside, much affection to each other, isn't it? So therefore, little quarrel, even little fighting, bit sort of violence, but still within the human affection. So I think, therefore, I think the affection itself really beautiful, and so long affection there, even those negative thing or dangerous thing also can be limited. So therefore, I think affection is something very, very important. I think most important part of our mental quality. As important as human intelligence or education. Now, modern time, since I think last few centuries, particularly the science and technology began to start, I think we put much sort of hope or trust for external matters and neglect about our inner values. So therefore, now modern education, generally speaking, not much sort of mention about importance of affection or importance of inner value. So that, I think, we should look seriously about that. The affection or compassion, how to promote that? There are two levels of compassion. or affection. One, biological factor, natural. So long your existence need others' care. Eventually, that little bit inactive. Right. So now we need, through education, that feeling, that compassion must remain active till our death. Whole life, that affection remain. Then our life become much more healthier. So originally, or firstly, biological factor. Then we need education or intelligence side to help, to sustain, to increase that. Through that way, the original our affection is very limited, and also it some way biased. That affection goes up to your own friend. Beyond that, neutral people, sometimes yes, but generally not much concern. And particularly towards so-called enemy who creates problem or who hurts you, and to them, then the affection just the opposite. You have wish more suffering. So therefore, the biological affection comes from biological factor that's very limited and biased. Now that take as a seed. Then through education, through knowledge, through understanding or holistic sort of perspective, then that compassion eventually can be unbiased and limitless. So that compassion then you see goes or extends up to your enemy. We really need that. That's, I think, very, very helpful. I think that's really one noble quality. Now that also, sometimes you see people get the impression that these compassion or forgiveness, these you see, sometimes you see consider these are religious matter. I think that's a mistake. Religious faith, after all, in our own experience, religious faith comes later. But feeling of compassion right from the beginning, there. So, all major religious tradition, you see, carrying most important practice is love, compassion, these things. But essentially, it is something too different. So therefore, I think we should consider compassion, warm-heartedness, these should be secular values, not necessarily religious matter. So and the way to promote these secular values, values also you see, through secular way, that I think very possible and very necessary. So that wherever I have this opportunity, I always telling these things, share these things. So here also, you see, I just want to share with you. And then finally, all those previous speakers or singers or the dancer, right? Very, very attractive. So I'm quite sure in order to prepare for that, I think you spend quite I think the times, right? I think sometimes. So it's very, very clear. Your time not wasted. Really, very, very impressive. I think the rest of the audience also, I think, really enjoyed, I think. So, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Your Holiness. On behalf of all the children and all the adults of state of Washington and beyond, we want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you brought this wisdom, you brought the compassion, you brought the love for the 6 billion people of the world. We are honored you're here, and we have young people from South Africa, Guatemala, Tibetan Children Village, and from Seattle. We'll give you some gifts. Go ahead. Tibetan village in India. This is Guatemalan, I'm sorry. Yeah, Guatemalan. Guatemala again. And Tibetan village from India. And Seattle-based Art Corps students. We are honored.